Now, of course, remember when I talked about branding in our bootcamp presentation, I talked about making sure you have your brand colors, your brand style, your brand fonts. Like all those things are very important, right? Especially if you're doing a journal of any sort, you want to make sure you're branding it to you. The great thing I love about Canva is you actually have a brand tool. The one thing I will suggest before you, and I know some of you guys have dipped and dabbled into Canva, I do suggest that if you already know your brand colors, that you go into your brand kit, and in your brand kit, this is a new one that I just created for you guys, but you want to add your color palette to your brand. This is very important because when you start designing in the design center, there's actually a section, and I'll show you, where it says for your brand, and you can just click on the color that you want to use from your brand and style your cover as you would like it to be, right? So I will definitely suggest that you go in and do your brand board first in your Canva. Of course, you could add your brand fonts. I only have a few here. I deleted a lot of stuff so that way you guys didn't get too overwhelming. Now you can have brand fonts. The one place that this is a bonus for you guys, right? You can go to 1-800 fonts, and there are some really nice it's 1-800 fonts. Or is it 100 fonts? Hold on one second. 100 fonts. No, it's not that one then. You can type in free fonts. And it is one. See, I was kind of close to the 1-800, right? It's 1001 fonts, freefonts.com. And here there's all different types of fonts, right? Now don't be like me and sit here for hours trying to figure out all the fonts, right? Of course, Canva has fonts as well. Now the only on the paid plan is where you can upload fonts if you want to, not if you don't really like the basic fonts that Canva has. So you can just and I'll show you how to do one very quickly. Let's say we liked this font, right? Chase of the Sword type of font. You would hit the download button. When it downloads, you will open it, and hopefully you will extract the information, and you hit extract. The great thing with these is your license come with the fonts that you download, and it's absolutely free, right, to use them. These are not paid fonts. A lot of sites will charge you for fonts, but this one gives you your license and your fonts. Once they are downloaded, so I have to remember Chase of the Sword. We would go back into Canva in our brand board, right? That's where we are. And you'll click on upload fonts, add new, go to where you have the download, click on Chase of Sword, open it. It's going to ask you, make sure you do confirm that you want to upload this font. You're going to say yes, upload. And there we go. We have the Chase of Sword font in your brand board. Okay, so you can, I do suggest at least 2 or 3 fonts. Don't, obviously I have a lot of fonts because I'm a graphic designer, but don't get too overwhelmed with your font. And I'm telling you about fonts because, especially if you're doing your workbooks and your journal, that font on the front of that cover needs to be really nice to attract attention. Okay, so you definitely want to get some really nice fonts. So that's a really great place that you can go to get some really nice fonts. Again, fill out your fonts and fill out your brand color, add your logo. So that way, whenever you are designing anything within the design center, all you have to simply do is click on your brand and you will be able to find all of your colors, right? So I'm going to go now to what would you like to design today? I'm gonna do a journal first, right? So all you simply have to do, you can type in journal, right? And you either want to design a journal cover or you want to design journal pages. I'm going to go into the journal cover really quickly because I wouldn't take too long on there. The journal pages will take us a little bit longer. So if you just click on journal cover, they're going to give you some really nice templates that you can use for your cover. Now, what I want you to focus on is, do you like the font or do you like the design, right? How things are flowing on the cover. Especially if you're not, graphic design savvy, you want to make sure you're picking a font that's easy to design. Right. So that again, you have lots of different options for journals or workbooks. Right. So what you want to do is what I do is like I would pick my top three if I were you, like my top three. What you can do is if you hover over the cover that you like, you're going to see the star button. The star button is where you can favorite this this cover and you can always find back your favorites because you don't want to keep scrolling like, oh wow, do I need to scroll all the way back up to find the cover that I like, right? So let's say like, see, I love this one because I have a client who loves butterflies, so I want to introduce this journal cover to her, right? And we could just brand it with a nice butterfly, her information, because she's doing journals about with butterflies on there, right? So you just have to star the journal cover that you like. Okay. Once you pick the cover that you like, then you can go in and edit the information that's on the cover. So today, what I want to do is actually try one with you guys. So I do like the butterfly one, so we can click on that. Now it will say, do you want to customize this? You're going to click on customize. And now we're going to go into the design center of Canva. And all of your functions are on the left-hand side for you. I'm just going to go over just the functions just a little bit with you guys. I don't want to take up too much time to do that. Under the design section is where, let's say, after I put it in the design center, I really don't like how this cover looks. Now you can actually scroll through here and it'll have the same covers that you can go through again to pick a new one if you need to pick a new one. So that's where this design button does. Under elements, elements are, you can get lines and shapes, graphics, stickers, photos, videos, anything that you need to add to your cover. For example, let's say, of course, I do not like this butterfly because my client's colors are purple. So what I want to suggest is make sure you're very specific in what you are searching for. So let's say you wanted a purple butterfly. Type in purple butterfly. Don't just type in butterflies because you're going to get a million of them. Get as specific as possible when doing your search. So let's say I want purple butterflies, and only purple butterflies that I like will come up, or any butterfly that's in purple. That's how you can get to narrow down your search, right? So let's say we like I like this other butterfly. So we'll delete this butterfly from here and we will add this butterfly here. When the image comes over, it's going to have a box around it. All the edges is where you're going to use to either shrink or move your design around, right? And you want to make sure it's centered. on your cover, right? So we like that butterfly. Okay. Again, you can search through and find any other butterfly that you like or any other element that you like. So again, you can do purple flowers, purple or whatever color, flowers, butterflies. I mean, whatever you're looking for, right? Canva is really great in providing some great graphics for you, right? Your uploads is if you want to upload a file from your desktop or laptop into your design center. So you just click on your upload file button. It'll take you to your desktop and then you select the file that you want and it will drop your files in here for you. You can upload images, you can upload videos, and you can upload audio as well if you guys want to do like audio books and things of that nature, right? So under text, text is where you can add additional text to your image. So of course you have the basic text that comes from Canva, or under your text section on the middle screen, you can look for the text that you have already uploaded in Canva, or the additional text that they have. And again, you can play around with the text style as well, of course. So that's your text. Projects is where all of your projects are going to be stored if you ever want to go back to look at any projects that you have done, right? So this is the folder where you will find all your projects. If you want to add some audio to now of course we're not going to add audio to our journals. However, with your marketing material, you can add some audio to it so that you can make sure that your graphic stands out. And I'll show that to you as well. Of course, you have your video. They give you some really nice 10-second, 19-second videos that you can add to your graphics. Backgrounds, of course, you can change the background of your graphics. So if I just click on my journal and let's say I wanted a landscape type of font, I don't want anything that would clash with the butterfly. So let's say I wanted to change the background. I can just click on a background and my background would change. Okay. So again, they have some really, really nice.
Pretty.
Right? We're going to end up with a whole journal by the time we finish. That's my goal. Right. So this is a really nice background. It doesn't overpower the butterfly. So you don't want, so for example, let's say I picked this, right? Like, you don't want to put the butterfly on the top of a volcano, right? Like, make the cover make sense, right? So butterflies are normally in gardens or flowers or, in those type of places. So just make sure your background makes sense, right? So I'm gonna undo this because we like the other one, right? So that's for backgrounds. And again, in backgrounds, you can get landscapes, patterns, granites with just colors, abstract, any type of food, textures, flowers, nature. And then, of course, if you want them all in one place where you're just going to search, you can definitely go down and search them. And again, just click on any one to change the background. Okay. Under your Google Drive, it'll just take you directly to your Google Drive if you had some files in your Google Drive that you want to use. Now, what I love is this QR code. You can embed QR codes. And a lot of times I will make like digital business cards and things of that nature for my clients. Or even if you want to, when we do the back of the book, I will suggest at the bottom corner. Now, don't do it for when you're sending it over to Joan to upload it, right? I don't know if you can do QR codes, but if you were just designing one to send to a print shop, you can actually put your QR code, add your website domain name here. And when you click on generate, your QR code will generate, and I suggest that you put it just at the bottom corner of, let's say this was the back of the book, the bottom corner of your book. That way, when someone buys your item or your book or your journal, they can just scan this code and go directly to your website to purchase it. Right? So this is a great tool. They have some really you can definitely do your QR code on there. I'm not going to go deep into like all the additional apps that Canva has. Like you can connect Canva to a lot of external apps as well, like booklets and things of that nature, right? So I'm not going to go into that, take up a little bit of time. So let's say we like our cover now. For me, I don't know what this bottom half is doing. Oh, it has a little house. Okay, so no, we're going to have to change this cover. So let's go back to backgrounds really quickly. And let's find us another landscape. But you know what I would do? Let's see, we don't want to put the butterfly in water. What's this greenery? So let me just do. There we go. Matches my butterfly. Make this white to stand out. Okay. I'm not going to get too particular because I'll sit here with you guys for some hours and then you're going to be like, Nadia, no, we're not doing this. Okay. Right, so at least we have the cover done. Now you want to figure out what do you want your pages to look like. So I know a lot of you guys are talking about asking questions and, you know, making sure they're able to respond. You can actually search under design. You don't even have to come out of your design. For example, you can do journal pages. If you do journal pages, you're going to get some really nice pattern pages. So I know someone had questions that they would like to ask. And all you simply have to do is change up the wording, right? So some people said they wanted to ask, like, you know, what is your reaction or questions. Now, I know Joan told you guys not to put your lines. I would suggest the lines when you are typing out your question, but leaving the space for the person to answer without the lines. And, you know, Joan, you can let me know if that's something that they can do. It just looks a little bit organized.
Yeah, the only thing with this is, I like this, that you're showing them this, because this is a way to just create a really quick journal.
Mm-hmm.
What they have created is more customized. So it will definitely go to formatting and all of that stuff to get their stuff. But I'm glad you're showing them this, because this is something that they can do for a holiday time, Mother's Day, Christmas, and it's really, really fast. And because most of them are going to be coaching authors and offering publishing services, this is also something that they can add as a what do you call it? As a stream of income.
Like an add-on, exactly.
Yeah, as a stream of income to say to someone, especially Prune and Marvis, that's doing a publishing company. This is something that they can add as a stream of income, because somebody can say, you know, I just want a motivational journal, or I just want a you know, something simple, you know, a calendar journal or something. They could create these and sell them at a low price for, you know, or so. Yeah, I'm glad that they're seeing the what Canva can do in their business.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the formatter will be able to format their questions and stuff like that for them, correct? Oh, you're still on mute, Joan. Yeah.
For the books that they're doing,
Yeah.
they're doing it on 8.5 by 11. So of course, most of
Mhm.
the books will be 5 by 8. So, and that's one of the things I'm going to be showing them, how to find a formatter in Fiverr or at Upwork or in freelance so that they can get their books formatted at a really reasonable price.
Oh, good. Perfect. Oh, that's nice. Great resource. Great resource. Right. So again, like for example, this is if some of you guys were doing like gratitude journals, right? Um, you can definitely just find your page that has this one says morning gratitude, and you can say what are you grateful for, and again, the good thing is, again, it's very simple, and all you have to do is this button that says duplicate a couple of pages.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you want to do a 30-day gratitude journal, right? You have to design the cover, the back, and the pages. That's it. Duplicate about 30 pages, and then you'll be able to, of course, print it, send it off to print that way. Right. So don't overthink, the pages when you're doing it in Canva. Right. So that's how you do and they have a lot of different style pages.
There's one that's blank too.
Right. And then like let's see this one.
Yep.
Nice blank page, a journal, and they can write their message with no lines that's on it, right? So they have their own space. And they can put the date, the time, anything that they want, and then start designing. So that is your pages. And then for me, I normally match my back and front, right? My cover. So if you just duplicate this, and what you can do is just to see how your design is coming out and how it's looking. If you click on the button that says grid view with the number, it means we have 6 pages already designed. If you click on that number, it'll show you how your pages are coming out. I'm a person that's visual, so I want to see how everything is looking side by side. The great thing is if something was in the wrong place, you can just hold down your design and drag it. So I want this to be like my back cover, right? So you can just drag it, move things around, and make sure everything is layered out the way that you want it to, especially if you change up the way a page looks, right? And then I'm also going to show you guys how to do the fun thing is social media posts and things of that nature. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But here's where you can see a very bird's eye view of how your journal and your pages are going to look, right? So make sure you always have a front cover, back cover, and then your pages in here. So if you guys want, I'm going to pause for a minute because I know I went over some information. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I would like to know, for the journals, are those pages 24 or more as well?
When you say 24 or more, you can, the size of the page?
No, when we were talking about how small a book can be, I think I heard 24. Is that the same for a journal?
Now these are actually 8.5 by 11, so they're bigger. However, great question, because you can actually resize in Canva. So you can actually click on the resize button and you can size it however you want, the width and height. So you can change the sizing and the dimensions however you want. If you wanted to make a smaller journal that people can put, how some people have pocket journals,
Yes.
right? So you can have pocket journals, figure out what size that is, if it's a 5 by 7. And then some people have their journals literally like me. I have mine on my desk sitting next to me in case something comes up. I set a goal or something for myself. And I think I really have my whole face was covered there. I was like, I can't see nobody. I have it on my desk. You can do 8.5 by 11 or 5 by 7. So you can definitely size anything that you want to size in Canva any way that you want to size it, right? But
Okay.
making sure when you get with Joan and how you guys are, sending your stuff over to her, she's going to give you that sizing.
Yeah, because one of the things that I want to make clear, right? If it's going to be published, that's a whole different thing than just getting it done in Canva and having it printed, right? There's two different things. So like Nadia, lift up your journal, Nadia.
This one?
Yeah. So Nadia's journal was done in Canva. You see how it has the wire bound?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Turn the back of the book. There's no ISBN number on it.
Right.
So that is not a published book, right?
Okay.
It's a printed journal.
Okay.
Now, that is a really simple thing that you can sell as a low-end offer on your website or do it for Christmas or holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get published, even if you create stuff in Canva, you have to understand, do I want this to be, so the sizes, the most popular sizes in books are 3. I want you to write these down. The smaller sizes always comes first. So it's 5 by 8, 5.5 by 8.5, or 6 by 9. Most books, right? Like Tangela's book, that will be 5 by 8. When you're doing a journal for people to write in, you should make it a 5.5 by 8.5 or a 6 by 9. A 6 by 9 book is this size. It allows people to write in it. A 5.5 by 8.5 is this size, right? See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, well, this is a 5 by 8, and then one is a 6 by 9. So the 5 by 8 is the most commonly done book. For memoirs are just regular size book, right? But once you get into the journal and you want people to write in it, it needs to be a little bit bigger size. It's an awkward size, 6 by 9, but people have more space to write. And then if you're writing a memoir and there's a lot of pages, like 250 pages, I prefer to do it 5.5 by 8.5. So those are the 3 sizes for publishing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that. Of course.
Absolutely.
So I have a question.
Of course.
Since with using Canva, how does that parlay over to getting the book published?
So, and then I'm going to turn it over to Nadia. So what I want for you guys to do is you can go to Canva to understand what you want your cover or ideas about your cover, especially if you plan to do a publishing company like Marvis and Prune, right? You're going to need a graphic designer to be a part of your team if you're going to have a publishing company. Most graphic designers, when they're creating book covers for your clients, use Canva, right? So Canva is where they do their creative things. So you have to understand Canva in a way where you can take the vision of because most people that we publish, and Nadia knows this, don't really truly know what they want their cover to be, right? But you have to have, this business is really based on the knowledge and the gift of understanding, okay, so this person is writing this book and helping them come up with the vision for their cover, because 90% of my clients don't know what they want for the cover. We send them a cover design form and they will say things like, I want to see, an oasis and then hard dirt and then sun coming down and the whole oasis. And it's all these kind of stuff that is like, whoa, wait a minute. You can't get sun in the, So we have had those things because in their head, they're seeing the cover. So we have to be able to say to them, listen, you can't get dry sand or dirt in an oasis, or, and then we ended up going with something just like how I show you that guy's cover that had the the tiger and the people holding hands, right? And we ended up changing his cover completely. So just understanding that most times the author, with all good intentions, see something in their mind, but that may not be what is ideal for them. So knowing that you can go to Canva and look at things. When we were doing all of our books, the Image in the Mirror 1, 2, and 3, that's where we went. Canva, and got the image covers, right? So we created the cover there, and then we have our graphic designer, fit it in the 6x9 size. So Canva is a tool. And then even outside of just the journals and things like that is understanding, how do I use this in my brand? Because and Nadia, I know you're going to talk a little bit about social media and landing page that can also be created in Canva. Like you can literally do a landing page in Canva. So
wait till I show you.
I know. So Canva is a tool, especially because you guys are going to be self-publishing your books going forward. It is just an incredible tool to have in what you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm going to share back my screen. Anybody else have any questions about, and again, I just showed you the journal for right now and journal covers. Again, like Joan said, that is for you to have some additional stream of income after you publish your own book, because the formatter and everyone else is going to work together to publish what you're doing right now. But if you want to add a journal or anything like that, you can actually go to Canva, do it really quickly, send it to print. Again, it wouldn't be a published journal, right? That's the difference. But you can send it to print, and that can be an upsell that you have within your company as well.
Now, do you want to show them my website and what we have there just on the shop?
Oh, on the shop? Sure. I can definitely do that.
You can see that we have journal, we have all kind of stuff.
You want to just
cards, gift cards. I mean, we
blow their minds away now. All right, let me go here. And I will go to. So you guys got down the site for nice fonts, right? That you can use. Perfect.
Right.
At the shop. I think it's at the shop. Yeah. See, we have all that stuff there.
These are the like regular notebooks that you can put positive affirmations on, and that's actually the one that I'm using today. Ordered that from the store, right? So you can actually do journals, postcards. We have phone case covers, and again, in Canva, I designed the cover, right? And I use a company called Printful, which is a drop shipping company, print on demand company that we embedded into the website. So whenever someone comes in here and orders a journal or a book or any item, the company actually prints it and ships it to your client. So this is how you add additional streams of income to your business, right? Because if
what was the name of that?
Oh, Printful, PRINTFUL. And I can go there really quickly. Sorry, Joan, I know we're going like way off track now.
No, we're good. We're giving them knowledge for their business.
Of course. So you go into printful.com. And actually, let me log out of this one.
And this is where you can have your hoodies, your hats, like whatever, your t-shirts. As you are, like Tunisia, you were doing this whole caregivers corner. Can you imagine doing t-shirts with that on there? Or anything, you know what I mean? Thing that talks about a caregiver.
Exactly. They need backpacks, they need different things like that. So under Printful, I'm gonna give you a short version. It's a free to sign up. There's no monthly anything, any monthly fees that you pay. The only time you're paying is if somebody goes to your website and places an order for an item. They would then charge you however much it is to print and ship to your customer. However, you would have already collected the full price of this item from your website when they checked out on your website. So there's not really money coming out of your pocket to do this, right? So your website will collect, let's say, $60 after they check out, and then Printful will charge you like $25. So they'll take that 25 from the 60. The difference is your profit.
Yep.
So you are not coming out of your pocket to pay for anything. So this is why it's great to add, you can add this drop shipping store to your business as well, right? So that's how we did.
One of the stream of income coming from a book, because when you write a book, whatever the title of your book is, you can use the title of the book or elements of your book to create products.
Right. And if I can quickly show you all. So one of my authors that I did, we just did her, Letitia. No, Letitia. Hold on 1 second, because I want to show you what she did, and it's brilliant. So she was actually in an anthology, and we built her author landing page. Remember, I told you guys about building your author landing page, and I can jump into author landing pages, and we can get back to Canva. So on an author landing page, it normally does not have a tab or anything, but for her, she wanted to add a store that had things about her. Title in her book is called "I Am Not My Hair." She suffers with alopecia. Right, so she wears a lot of it. So her title of her book is "I'm Not My Hair." So we did her landing page, right? And again, on a landing page, you're just starting off with a nice cover at the top to represent yourself, right? Pictures sell. So you want to make sure you have a professional. Remember, we talked about the selfies when I had my presentation. So no selfies, a nice professional picture, right?
Not a cell phone picture.
Right. So then we actually have a place where she can collect email subscribers to her website whenever they come. Because again, you want to start creating your own community. You're literally creating your own community as an author brand, right? So you want to keep up with your community. So you want to an email list, right? Then of course her about information. Then her book title is "I Am Not My Hair." So this is the book and the journal that she did. And of course, your contact information, your Facebook, your Instagram, your email. Simple information goes onto your landing page, and it can look absolutely beautiful, right? But we wanted to add some items to her thing. Wait till you see her shop. So we just connected her shop to Printful. So if we click on her shop button, I created this image for her. "I Am Not My Hair."
Wow.
Right, because she has alopecia. So we found a nice image. So I designed this for her. And she's now doing t-shirts, wall plaques, and mugs with her book.
I love it. Oh my God.
We added a few items from the title of her book into the store. So when you buy her book, you can also buy a mug or whatever you need to buy from her. And again, this is connected to Printful. So she comes out of pocket, no money at all, right? Connecting the store. And when somebody purchases her t-shirt or a plaque, Printful will take the money from the profit that she gets from her Wix website, take out the $10 or the $15. The difference is her profit. No money came out of her pocket.
This is brilliant. Brilliant.
Yes,
That's why, and it's no overthinking. It's not. She wrote, and here's the thing: this woman wrote a chapter one chapter. She didn't even write the whole book. She wrote one chapter. She pulled out her chapter and she created a workbook, right?
Exactly.
And 4 items on her shop page. That's it. And then there are other things she can do because now she can speak, right? Now she can do podcasts.
Let me tell you, as you said, speaking, Jordan, she's actually doing a workshop for people who suffer with alopecia. And we're actually planning her first workshop online to talk about handling alopecia. So perfect example with Lakeisha, right? We got her branded logo, her personal picture, and we built just her landing page. This is exactly what you need. That's it. That's all you need as a landing page, right? So that's what I did on Wix. Now, as Joe was talking about PDF documents, I have, where is,
is that my daughter right there?
Yes, I did her website. Did her website. Yep. Where is oh, let me just type in her name, Karen. Oh my gosh, so many websites in my head. Heal, yes, heal my wounded place.
Wow, that's a nice name. Is
She's
it a book?
She does books as well. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So in her bookstore, this is the ebook we're talking about. You can actually do ebooks, right? And hers, we did the covers, and it's a downloadable PDF document. It's an ebook, so to speak.
Who just asked me about that? Somebody just asked me about that. Was it Marvis or Charmaine? Charmaine asked, is Canva a good platform to use to create an ebook? Absolutely. Now you can always do it like this, and you can download, you can have someone download this is not an ebook, of course. This might be because an ebook. So the reason why it's called an ebook is because it's an electronic book, right? That's where the E comes from, electronic, right? So the only way to have an ebook is to make sure that you have a EPUB file. And the EPUB file is a unique file that allows people to read that file on their smartphone. Now, you're still going to have the content, right? Because your book is actually a PDF before it converts to the EPUB file. So if you want to use your PDF for people to download on your website, you can still do that and still also have your ebook online on Amazon
or Kindle or whatever. Yep.
But you can use the PDF on your website.
Yep. A lot of different ways to do this. Like, there's so many ways to be very successful as an author, right? So any questions about landing pages? I know we talked about a little bit about that. So this is how I do a landing page on Wix. And of course, Wix has, hosting fees and things of that nature. Now, if for some reason you're like, okay, Nadia, I want to start off, I don't want to have to pay any type of hosting fee or anything like that, we can actually build, and I'm going to come back
to
a
landing page right in Canva.
Yep. Show you guys how to do that really quickly.
And I know we're wrapping up in like 9 minutes.
How long I have?
Done.
Oh, okay. So I'll type fast. So we go to website, just search website.
What do you guys think about this? Was this training good?
Yay!
Official? Yeah. Okay, good.
Answered a lot of my questions.
Is there a part 2 to this?
Oh, no.
Just let Nadia know what you're looking for.
Yes, let me know what you're looking for. Absolutely. After boot camp, you can definitely connect with me if you need some additional ideas, right? You can definitely.
Well, we're going to have the membership site, so all of your questions will also be there.
Definitely join the membership site. That's for sure. Okay, so you just type in website, right? I'm just going to choose one very quickly. So you can type in, choose any layout that you like. You click on customize this template. And think of these as your sections to your page, right? So of course you will start off with your picture, your information, then like a picture of another picture of yourself, about you information, put your bio here, your book, a description of your product. Put a nice, I always love to tell my clients to put a nice positive affirmation or quote on your website to, break up the monotony of just scrolling, right? They want to at least read a scripture or affirmation or something. And then, of course, you have other sections that you can delete or add, and then your get in touch, your contact information, right? So, about you, great picture, positive quote, get in touch. As long as you have those information on your landing page, you're good to go, right? Just for your landing page.
And then maybe how to purchase something.
Right. And then how to purchase, right? Now, the thing with, okay, now all you have to do is if you click on publish website and you want to do it with mobile view on, now you can do it with a free domain, or you can do it with or purchase a domain, right? You can purchase your, let's say, nadia.mazzano.com, right? Or whatever domain you want. You can purchase a domain. Or if you're like me, I'm on GoDaddy and I have like 50 domains, right? I just bought them to hold them because I will use them later on. You can always use an existing domain, right? Right now, I'm just going to show you the free domain just in case you, very inexpensive way to do this. So on the free domain, you can say free domain, and then you're going to say continue. And here says enter your subdomain. So example, my site would be Nadia Manzano dot my Canva dot my site. That would be my URL that I'm going to be using. And you can say continue, or whatever your business name is, right? My Sister Keeper, whatever your business name is. So when you say continue, of course, you can put in example of the website. I'm just going to put test for right now. And click on publish. It's preparing my website for me. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons, okay, of having, obviously there's pros and cons, right? So my website is done. I can do, now I'm going to just copy this thing because this is the link to my website. So whenever somebody says, okay, Nadia, what's your website? This is the URL I'm going to give them. And if I click on view website, my website is done. Here's my top cover. Here's my information. And it comes out beautiful landing page. Done.
Wow.
Right? How long did that take me? Right? And it could take you like, if you're like me, probably a good hour. Don't spend more than an hour, right? Just to find your picture, put your information in, hit publish, you're done. Now, the pros and cons is there is a way, and I'm gonna show you guys that later on if you need some tutorial on Canva again, to as I couldn't get email subscribers on here, right? So you're gonna have to add the app. You have to go to the app store and add like MailChimp or something like that. But sometimes MailChimp and those other apps may have a cost to it. Like if you need more than 500 emails, you have to pay a certain amount a month and things of that nature, right? But if you had designed your website on, let's say, Wix, you would have had more email subscribers that you can get part of the hosting fee that you're paying, right? So hosting fee for Wix is $34 a month, right? So you just have to decide, do I want to pay this $34 a month, collect my email addresses, and there's a bunch more marketing things that you can do with Wix than you can do with Canva. Yeah. But if you're just starting off, you can definitely be successful with a landing page from Canva.
The only thing that I don't like with the free Canva is that it says your name.
Canva.com.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Site.
That's the only thing I don't
Absolutely. Like. So like it's a pros and cons to it, right? So you just have to decide based on your budget, where would you like to get started? The great thing is if you do it this way, you collect your payments, you get some money, then you can now move over to Wix and transfer that information right over to Wix. The great thing is, right where I built this website, I can actually, Now, don't tell anybody I told you this, okay? Top secret. Oh, my internet is doing some things. Hold on. Let me go back to home. Right where I build this site, you can actually break these into sections, download each one of the sections as PNG files, upload it into Wix, and paste those sections right on a landing page, and you didn't have to redesign anything.
I love it.
Okay.
That's a big time hack. I love it.
Right? So you wouldn't have to, oh my gosh, I got to go build a whole new site on Wix. No, download the little images, upload it into Wix. Your website is going for you, and you just connect your personal domain to it. Right? So don't overthink it. You can start with Canva and then upgrade to Wix. Okay? And I'm going to go really, really fast on the next section. I'm sorry. Is social media. Right. And I'm just going to show you a really quick thing with social media of so I do these templates for in June. I can definitely send them to you so you can send them out so that they can have an idea of author. Here it is. This is what I call like an author package and things that you should use for marketing after your book has come out, right? So these are marketing templates. So here you can change out the book. You can have a coming soon. You can have your get your copy today with your website. So this is like the book hasn't published yet. You're just letting them know it's coming soon. So you guys should be doing this.
Yeah.
Then of course, when you have it and you're ready for it, get your copy today. This is the marketing tool that you will use. Then you can say it's available on Amazon or wherever. I have Barnes and Noble on one of them. It has meet the author. Just give a quick little bio about yourself, meet the author, and then give a link to where you will buy the book. Download the ebook version. So these are the ways you can break up the marketing for your book, right? Each day you can post something marketable for the book, right? If you go get ready to do some book signing events, here's a template that you can say, oh, I'm getting ready to do a book signing. Location goes here, book signing, and a copy of your book, right? If you
Nadia, you should create this for VYP.
Signing.
Did you hear me, Nadia?
Have that, ma'am.
And just drop it in there. So
you hear me?
Now I hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I did this for Jackie Joe.
Oh, perfect.
I did this for her.
So drop it in our thing too, in Victorious You Press, because this is so simple.
Yes.
You can just go in and just change out.
Okay.
Change out
the information.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then one important thing is you always want to get reviews for your books and things of that nature. Always. So you can do a book review. And you can post about, go to my website and leave me a review, or go to Amazon and leave me a review wherever you want to go. And then pull a little excerpt from your book, right? Pull a little excerpt and you can market the excerpt from the book as well. And you can also do a little call to action, buy my book, whatever it is, right? So these are some templates that is very simple to use. Nice. Again, do your brand color. So if you just click on the color, click on the brand, and you see here's where I told you your brand palette will come up whenever you do your brand kit. Remember, I showed you that in the beginning. So like my colors are royal blue. All I gotta do is click on blue, and let me teach you something that's really helpful. See how I change all that, this blue, this red to blue? If you click on this button that says change all, it changes all of my red changes to blue, right? So I don't have to go each and every single one of them. Right. So all of the section, right? So you don't have to go one by one, right? It may miss one or two. And then if I wanted the lines to be, my orange, change all. It literally took me 2-3 minutes to change them.
Wow.
Right. And I'm done. right? Now you can also take the if you click on share, and you can share it to Instagram. You can share it to, oh, wait a minute. Share on social. I'm sorry. Share on social. And you can say, do you want to share it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you want to share this graphic to. You can click on and just click connect Facebook. I don't have mine connected here because I already have a social media manager that does all of my postings for me. But for you personally, for you to share your information on your own personal page, connect your Facebook, and all you got to do is click on share social media, connect to Facebook, hit share, and it goes directly to your social media page for you, right from Canva. You didn't have to download it and then upload it onto Facebook or anything like that. You can share it right from
That's